Route 66, Route 66. We'll drive around the classic cars, pick up chicks and biker bars. It doesn't matter where we are, as long as we're on Route 66, Route 66.
Hey there, I'm Insane Sam Allen, and I'm about to guide you on the 10-day Route 66 party tour. I ride my motorcycle over 25,000 miles a year, and I've ridden from Chicago to LA on Route 66 dozens of times. So I'm just the guy you need to find the mother road. I wrote the Route 66 party guide. It's got turn-by-turn directions the whole way, plus a lot of information you'll find interesting and some stories you'll find hilarious. Like the time I locked myself out of my hotel room, naked, without a room key, and not remembering my room number. I'll tell you about that story when we get to St. Louis. You're going to follow Route 66 2,500 miles from Chicago to LA in only 10 days, and you're going to have a blast doing it. There are Route 66 signs all along the way, but they can be confusing, so you're going to need some good directions to keep you from getting lost. Lucky for you, I've got those directions. I created the website route66mc.com. It has the directions you'll follow and over 1,200 photos I took myself. Your first day is going to take you from Chicago to Springfield, Illinois, and it's going to be on 4 videos. To get directions, go to route66mc.com, go to the right-hand column on the home screen and find Get Directions. Put Chicago in the Leaving From box and Springfield in the Heading To box. Click on Get Directions and turn-by-turn directions are going to pop up. Here's a little background before we head out. When Route 66 opened in 1926, it followed existing roads that were connected to flow from Chicago to Los Angeles. This patchwork approach made for a circuitous route to the west. So the alignment was changed a bunch of times to create more direct routes that bypass town centers and to make travel easier. As a result, there's really no one Route 66. Instead, there are alternate alignments. Some of them are still used, others are long gone. I'm going to take you on the route from Chicago to LA designed to give you the most interesting possible trip. I've also provided some alternate routes. I'll give you those options along the way. Now, when I'm starting a Route 66 trip from Chicago, the night before I head out, I stay at the Congress Plaza Hotel on Michigan Avenue. It's only a few blocks from the start of Route 66. Plus, it's a cool hotel. The Congress Plaza was built for Chicago's 1893 Columbia Exposition, which had the world's first Ferris wheel. It introduced the zipper, shredded wheat, Cracker Jacks, and Kodak cameras. The rates are cheap by Chicago standards, and there are rooms with great views of Lake Michigan, the Navy Pier, and Buckingham Fountain. That's the cool fountain in the opening credits of Married with Children. Now, on the morning you leave, be sure to have breakfast over at Lou Mitchell's on West Jackson. It's been at its current Route 66 address since before Route 66 was even commissioned, and you're not going to leave hungry. So, let's get going. We're standing here on the corner of Adams Street and Michigan Avenue in Chicago. You'll see the sign above me says that Route 66 starts here, but it really didn't. It started a block over on Jackson Street. In 1955, they made Jackson Street one way into town, so they moved the beginning of Route 66 over here to Adams Street, which is one way out of town. We're going to leave in a few minutes to go 2,448 miles from Chicago to Santa Monica. It's going to be an adventure. We've just started a motorcycle ride across the most romanticized road in America, maybe in the world. It goes through big towns, small towns, and ghost towns. If you're standing on a corner in Winslow, Arizona, you're on Route 66. But like Dorothy on the yellow brick road heading for the land of Oz, you have to start at the beginning, and the beginning's in Chicago. It's surprisingly easy to get out of America's third largest city on Route 66. Within a few minutes from the Magnificent Mile, Chicago eases into soft tree-lined neighborhoods with little traffic. Before you know it, you're on Ogden Avenue in Cicero, where just 42 days before Route 66 opened, Bugs Moran's gang fired over 1,000 shots trying to kill Al Capone in a drive-by shooting. There's not much Al Capone stuff left on Ogden Avenue, but the Route 66 attractions you're traveling to see start popping up right away. The Cyndy Lynn Motel was built on Route 66 as an inexpensive alternative to the pricey Chicago hotels. Today the rooms go in 4-hour blocks and they smell like the air freshener in a purple Coupe de Ville. The Castle Car Wash opened in 1925 as a garage. It later became a car wash and has housed several other businesses. It's been closed since 2004, and unbelievably, the graffiti thugs have spared it. And here we are at Henry's. Time to get some lunch. Henry's opened in 1946 when Bill Henry started selling hot dogs out of the back of a truck. He was so successful that in 1950 he quit his factory job and he opened the current Henry's a few blocks down the street from his mobile location. This cool sign was added to compete with an upstart burger joint with golden arches that opened up down the street. Henry's plan must have worked because Henry's is going strong and the McDonald's is long gone. From Henry's you're going to go through a bunch of small towns starting with Berwyn. Berwyn's been hosting a car show called Cartopia for over 25 years. It also was the site of a sculpture called the Spindle, which was a cool stack of vintage cars on a spike. That sculpture appeared in the movie Wayne's World. It was torn down in 2008 to make room for a Walgreens pharmacy, but the top two cars are in the Berwyn Route 66 Museum today. Lyons once had a big mob element, and they had a bunch of strip clubs and bars along Ogden Avenue. All that stuff's been cleaned up and the clubs no longer exist. As B.B. King might have said, "The thrill is gone, the thrill has gone away. Yeah, the thrill is gone, I hope it's not going to stay. There's no more strip clubs in Lyons, but I'm still gonna go there anyway." You know who else goes over there? The Outlaws Motorcycle Club. They were founded in McCook in 1935 as the McCook Outlaws. Now their headquarters are back in Chicago. Hello, boys and girls. I'm supposed to tell you about the chicken farm my brothers Chico, Harpo, Zeppo, and Gullen and I own in Countryside. But first, I have a few other words to say. Hello, I must be going. I cannot stay, I came to say I must be going. I'm glad I came, but just the same I must be going. I'll stay a week or two, I'll stay the summer through, but I am telling you, I must be going. But before I go, I might as well tell you about our chicken farm. We owned it over in Countryside. We had it at the peak of our careers. The people who lived there felt all cooped up though. They had a lot of hot chicks over there, but some of them were clucks. Still, others were pretty good eggs. You know, I'll spare you any more puns. For sure I won't tell you any cock and pullet jokes. Hey, don't blame Insane Sam, blame Groucho. Now get going over to Romeoville and see the White Fence Farm. We used to sell our chickens to them. Groucho out. Oh man, how'd I wind up over here? And I just escaped from Groucho Marx's chicken ranch over in Countryside. Now I'm here at the White Fence Farm. They serve over 1,200 chicken dinners here every day. They've been doing it since the 1920s. Man, that's a lot of chicken. It's supposed to be great chicken too, but I'm not going to test it myself, man. That'd be kind of sick, you know what I'm saying? Hey, I'm going to get out of here before I wind up being your lunch. So, now you've had breakfast at Lou Mitchell's and a hot dog at Henry's in Cicero, and you are officially on your way. Thanks for viewing this video. In the next video, you're going to see the Gemini Giant. You're also going to meet the biggest dick on Route 66 and Rex the freeze-dried dog. I promise you, you're not going to see stuff like that from any other Route 66 tour guide. But before you go on, do me a couple of favors. First, hit the subscribe button. That way you're going to get notices of when I post new videos and you're not going to miss any other information. Also, leave your comments on this video. I'll do my best to answer each one. Okay, time to go to the next video to continue your tour. Insane Sam out.